Hello there and welcome. My name is Linda and this is my channel Linda T70. It's really good to have your company today. Thank you, as I always say, for anyone that has watched me regularly and is a returner. And also if you're new and just happen to stop on my channel, a very big welcome to you, and I hope you stick around and watch my videos. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, that would be brilliant. And if you want to hit the notification thing or the thumbs up thing, there we go. So we've got all that bit out of the way. So yeah, good to see you and good to have your company, as I say. Yeah, well, today I've gone a bit bonkers and I put some proper like girly going out earring. Well, they're not girly, but going out earrings on. If you remember a couple of videos ago, I went through my rather sad jewellery box, and there was just I did get rid of a lot of the stuff from my jewellery box, and I kept like these earrings. I've never put them on before, but I bought them in the summer thinking I'd wear them, and then I've just never really bothered. But I thought, no, I'm going to put them on today. I did have a pair on my last video, bigger earrings, and I thought I'd wear these today. I do look a bit like I'm all dressed up with nowhere to go, but I mean, sod it, eh? And I put, oh, bra strap, and I've put a proper blouse on as well. So there we go. We just don't care, do we? So yes, I hope you like them. I think these were from, what do you call it? I think they were from River Island, these. I'm never sure about big dangly earrings because I've said this before, that when you have these women that tell you on YouTube channels and elsewhere that tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing or wearing when you're over a certain age, dangly earrings was one of them. And I mean, I don't know. So me with dangly earrings, me with no dangly earrings, do I look 10 years younger? I doubt it somehow. So anyway. So yeah, a little bit of dress up, and it's also birthday and anniversary of my channel, first anniversary week. So you know, we're going with the earrings. Just to start with some thank yous. Any of you that have wished me a happy birthday or anything like that, that's really kind. Thank you so much. And some more of you have mentioned about my son moving and good luck to him, and I've passed that on. So it gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. So thank you so much for that. You don't have to do that, but it's ever so nice when you do, because you're obviously taking an interest. He's all set to move into his flat on later this week, and he's asked me to go shopping with him. So I think I've said this before in my last video, so I'm quite looking forward to that. It'll be interesting to see what he's got in mind to buy. I can always say, no, you don't want that, you don't want this, you don't want that. But it's exciting times for him. Him and his girlfriend took me and current husband out for dinner on Saturday. I think it was for my birthday because I got my birthday card on Saturday. So, and that was a really nice evening. We went actually to a Turkish restaurant which is just newly opened near where we live, and he and I, my son and myself, went there for lunch in the summer just to, you know, just happened to, he's always hungry like men are, and we were taking some stuff to the charity shop actually, and he said, oh, should we get something to eat? And I said yeah, thinking he meant a sandwich or whatever, and we went in this place and it was really good, and we went there for my birthday dinner at the weekend, and honestly it was so nice. Really enjoyed that evening. We went in a pub first. I mean, went in a pub. There's a pub nearby that I drive past on a fairly frequent basis, and it always looks like, you know, there's nothing going on in it really. There's always signs outside, and I've been in there I suppose a couple of times, but not for years, because basically I don't go out anywhere. But we met them in the pub first, and it's weird, isn't it? All these sort of odd things. So the actual building's really small, but they've got like a decking area, quite a large decking area with seating in, because they do a lot of food there, but it's covered over, so it's not like you're not sitting out in the elements. and they'd already arrived before us, so that we went and joined them. And the table was quite big. It was a bit like a garden furniture table, and there was they were sitting obviously one side and we sat the other side, and there was a table of lads behind us. And I sort of tried to get in this gap, because when you're a bit old and fat and whatever, you don't want to draw attention to yourself, really, do you? And so, you know, greeting my son and his girlfriend and so on, and then trying to sit down elegantly and daintily. And the chairs were kind of quite low as well. So you're sort of hoofing yourself in, and then this lad that was potentially going to sit behind me, he's getting up and moving his chair out of the way, because he's thinking, oh my God, this old dear's trying to sit down. So drew attention to me a bit there, and I said, oh, thank you. And we had a lovely chat and everything. I can't take away from that, but I was kind of thinking we had to leave at a certain time to go and get our table reservation. And as the time drew on, I thought, I'm going to have to get out of this chair in a minute. And he was sitting there behind me, and then he'd been joined by some other people, and there was a whole bunch of these young lads sitting round the table. And I thought, well, how am I going to get out without disturbing them? There was literally no room. And the chair had arms on it that kind of prevented you from sidling out, honestly. And I thought, well, why are you worried about this? Nobody else worries about this sort of thing. Well, but probably some of you do. I bet some of you say to me, oh yeah, I worry about that. So in the end, I just thought, I'm going to have to just say something. So when we were about to leave, I just put my hand on this guy's arm and I said, I'm so sorry, I'm going to get up now. Do you mind moving? And he stood up and let me out. But I thought, I had visions of me sort of trying to climb over the arm of the chair. Weird things just make you a bit anxious, don't they? So I thought, this is why I don't ever go out anywhere. Anywho, that was lovely. It's a lovely evening, and I was going to show you the present I got. This is, I think I probably said to you before, because us old dears, I shall be 71 this week, so I think I qualify for being an old dear. I like to refer to myself as an old dear. We're all supposed to want to do jigsaw puzzles, and I know oodles of you out there do, and you tell me how much you enjoy them. And I know some of my friends love to do jigsaw puzzles, but I just haven't got the patience, and I can never find the right bits. And if I can't find the right bit, I just give up. And I did one. Me and current husband bought one, I don't know, probably a year ago now, 1,000 piece. Well, 1,000 pieces didn't really sound that bad. And I'll tell you what else is a thing. When you see the picture on the box, you think, oh, well, that won't be too difficult. So I can see there's quite a lot of this, and those bits will be easy to find. But when you actually get the puzzles out, the puzzle pieces out, they're never quite defined, are they? There's no definite lines. It's all a bit fuzzy around the edges. So I struggle with that. So current husband managed to finish it. I couldn't be asked with it, really. But when I went on a charity shop haul a few months after that, I got another jigsaw. I thought, I'm going to get this. I'm going to do this because I should be doing it. And it's nice to have a bit of a hobby. And people get very engrossed in jigsaws. I do understand that. And one of my friends, she's always got a puzzle on the go. And I thought, well, I'm going to go down. I'm going to step it down. I'm going for a 500 piece. Well, that one never actually got out the box. It'd been sitting in there, one of the boxes for ages and ever since. I think it was January I went to the charity shop. And I said to my friend that does the jigsaw puzzle, I said, do you want this? She said, oh yeah, I'll take it. So it's found a good home. But I thought I need to do something. And I do a bit of colouring and whatnot to pass the time if I just feel like relaxing, because I find that very relaxing. But I thought I might start doing some Lego. Now, I know loads of people do Lego, obviously millions of people do it, but lately in my life, a lot more of the people that are around me have been doing it, notably grandchildren. But, when you sit with them watching them do this stuff, you think, oh, I quite fancy having a go at that. And anyway, so I told this to my family, and I said I'd quite like to do it, and I'll just try buying myself some sets, but I'm going to start doing them when I've created my crafting room and sewing room. It's all the same room. I'm not going to have 2 rooms. And then I'm going to have a shelf to put them on so I can look at them. And anyway, so my son bought me this. So this is the first thing I'm going to make. And I think that Lego do a series of these flower models. Do you call them models? Anyway, and this is like a blossom, if you can. Here we go, trying to focus the blooming camera. There we are. So this is called, it's called Plum Blossom, and it's 18 plus. So I'm thinking, most of the jigsaw I've been around has been for the over 8, so I'm not really I hope I'm going to be all right on the 18 plus. But so that's going to be my first one when I've sorted out my room, because, well, I could start doing it before, but I kind of want to build up to it a bit. And I thought if I could get some more of the flower, I think I'm right in saying that there's more flower models to make. So that could be how I start. So I'm really thrilled with that. Maybe I'm easy to please, I don't know, but that's a nice little unexpected gift. And I'm amazed that he actually listened to something, because I'm quite used to living with another grown-up man in this house who never listened to anything I say. So no names to mention there. But anyway, so that was a nice weekend. Lovely model that I'm excited to make. And the other thing we were doing at the weekend was painting our kitchen. I did most of it, but I got current husband to get up on the ladder and do the bits I couldn't reach. I had my my flu jab on Saturday morning, which was fine. I mean, in and out of there before you could even hardly get your arm out of your jumper. And but my arm's a little bit sore. Well, it's been sore for the last couple of days, but probably painting a wall doesn't help, does it? But anyway, it'll go off in a few days. It's nothing to be bothered about. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. The other thing I was going to mention to you, and it's all thrilling stuff here, this is about COVID vaccinations, because I know I've said to you all before, please, if you can get any of these vaccinations for anything, please get them, because us older folk, we've got to look after ourselves. And I'd had a text from my doctor, because I don't know if this is me or whether other people have done the same thing. I got a text from, like, the surgery, not the doctor, and it said that they weren't offering COVID vaccinations this year, and there wasn't any real information around that. And I thought, oh, well, because we're supposed to just treat COVID like having a cold or whatever, unless we're really unlucky, they've decided that it's not worth vaccinating anyone unless they're vulnerable or they've got something wrong with them. They've got an underlying health problem. Sorry, I've not been on the wine, honestly. Comproimpromite? No, I can't say it. So, right. You don't get them unless you have an underlying health problem. That's what I'm going to stick with. Sorry, honestly, I've got my teeth in. And so I just kind of thought, well, that's that then. And I wasn't particularly worried about it. And then I heard from some other source, which I don't know, that there's another strain of COVID around that's a bit quite aggressive, and perhaps we should be getting vaccinated. So I thought, well, when I went in to have my flu jab, that was at the surgery, and I was going to ask on my way out on the reception to see if there's anybody there that had any clue what I was talking about, but you were ushered out another way, so I couldn't go back in. So I went in the pharmacy and asked them, and because I had looked on the Google, and it had told me that people over 65 should have them or are able to have them, and it didn't say anything about being a vulnerable person or anything like that. So I did ask in the pharmacy, and she said, oh no, she said they're just not doing them this year, but you are just due one, and we're doing them at the pharmacy. So I thought, win here, win, win, win. So I booked my COVID vaccination. It's not till next Monday, so it's a week's time. So I'm hoping I don't catch anything in between. But yes, so I'm quite pleased about that, because I should feel much better thinking I've had that, because I don't think I've ever had COVID. And I think, I mean, I know I've said this before, and current husband hasn't either. I mean, and I can't even think I've had a cold that has been anything other than what a cold was, you know, any other sort of symptoms. But, you know, I don't know. I've never sort of kept away from people, or, you know, I don't know. Anyway, so that's all booked. So thank you for people that have mentioned about that, and I'm interested that you've been booking yours and having your jabs, and good on you. If it's not your thing, okay, but if you can, and it doesn't cost you anything, good idea to get all these vaccinations done. I've just written a few things down, because I'm bad enough when I've got a bit of paper in front of me. I know, I just go on and on and on. I did think of another thing from a Room 101. I don't know, I don't think I did this on the first lot I did. Well, I've only ever done one group Room 101 video. And that is blooming dust. I am so sick of dust. What is the point of, I mean, I know what dust is. I know it's mainly skin, isn't it? But, you know, everywhere you go, I mean, you spend ages cleaning stuff, and you can never really quite get rid of it. They sell all these gadgets and gizmos, don't they? These little fluffy things you fluff up, and things that you poke down the back of here, and, you know, things that are made to get rid of dust. And basically, they don't really make any difference. They're just the same as anything else, using a duster. And I was dusting here and here this morning, which isn't a usual hobby for me. And you just think, what is the point? You know, no one ever notices that you dust. You know, no one comes in and with their white glove in the evening and says, oh, actually, you've missed a bit here. But it's just absolutely drives me mad. And I'm sure it's the same for everybody, because you dust it and 2 minutes later it's back again. And, you know, when you sort of get up or the dogs shake or something, and when the sun's on the room and you can see all the bits of dust in the air, I mean, unless I've just got a particularly dusty breed of dog, I don't know. But yeah, I've been thinking about dust quite a lot in the last few days, and of course it doesn't help if current husband's doing a bit of drilling and that, but he's not really been doing any of that for a while. Mind you, I don't really dust that often, so there we are. So yeah, I'll show you, before we go today, I will show you a little video of the kitchen. I know it's not that interesting, and as I said before, if you're not interested, you don't need to watch it. Painted the walls. We used this sage green colour. I bought a few accessories. Oh, that was it. Yesterday we went into town, and what did I want to buy? I wanted to look in Dunelm for something. I bet you think I live in Dunelm. I'm always going in there lately, but I do think they have some things that are a little bit. I know you can buy stuff in loads of other shops, but I think Dunelm is pretty good, to be quite honest. I tend to gravitate to that shop. What did I want to buy? I'd already taken all my numerous coffee and tea canisters back, hadn't I? But anyway, I wanted to go in there for something. And he wanted to go into the chemist, because he said he wanted to go and buy me some perfume for my birthday. And I thought, we'll talk about, spoiler alert, I don't know what it is about. Well, I'm not saying all men, but, you know, he always tells me what what he's going to get, or that he hasn't bought my card yet, or he has bought my card, and I sort of don't want to know. I do sometimes joke with him and say my card's still in the shop, because he is a bit of a last minute merchant, and you know, and you think, well, he should be lovingly thinking about this weeks ahead, shouldn't he? And he's bought me something that he told me. He bought something from Amazon, and he told me not to look at the Amazon emails that we get, because it comes up, doesn't it, what it is. and I did accidentally catch, not in any way deliberately, but don't tell him if you see him. Well, it is something I've asked for, but I don't know if he's got me the actual right thing. I'm a bit worried about that. If it is what I've asked for, that's great, but you know, I know what it is now. But he wanted to buy me some perfume, and he said, "Oh, well, you go in Dunelm and I'll go in the chemist." And I said, "Well, no, you come in Dunelm with me, because if I buy some stuff, you'll probably need to help me carry it." Because I play the old lady card with that sort of thing as well. And so we both went in there, and we got to the checkout, and I'd spent, because he kept saying, "No, that's all right. You have not for a birthday. This is stuff for basically to do the kitchen." And we'd spent £97, and I said we should have just gone straight in the blooming boot, shouldn't we, and got some perfume, because I'm sure my perfume doesn't cost that much. Probably not that far off of it, but I don't think it's 97 quid. And you go home and you look at it, and what I'd done is I bought some Brabantia branded things, kitchenware, and there wasn't any pricing on the shelf. And I know Brabantia is more expensive than some other brands, but I mean, it's quite expensive. So I felt really bad about that. He didn't mind, but so I'm going to show him to you in a minute, so you can see what we got for our money. But yeah, I did feel really bad about that. So I said, "Look, just don't get me the perfume. I don't really need any. I haven't run out of it yet, so I'll wait for Christmas for that. I don't mind." So there's that, the kitchen tidy up to show you. Something else I've written down. The lovely Karen, who we were chatting about last week, about being bored when she's retired, she's bored, and she probably a lot of you have seen her comment, because she commented to me after that video, and I know that you can all read each other, whether you do or not. I know some people do. Some people read what other people say, but perhaps not everyone. Just so you know, she was very appreciative of all the ideas that everyone gave her, and she's just started to do a few more things now. So I just wanted to mention that, because it's very kind of you. That's what I like about our little YouTube community, because everyone's, I don't really see anybody say anything bad to anyone. Nearly everyone's very supportive, and that's lovely. I've done another order online from Dunelm. I know this isn't massively interesting, but as we're here, I'll tell you. We have a couple of sort of bar chairs, but what do you call them, bar stool things, to have a little table, kitchen table, and they've definitely seen their best now. So we've ordered a couple of those from Dunelm, which are going to be delivered tomorrow, Wednesday, I think. Today's Monday. So I'll show you those when they come. They were 59 quid each, I think, because we've got a little table in there, and we always have breakfast in there. I just said that, didn't I? And we always have breakfast in there in the morning, which tends to be when you have breakfast, isn't it? And but we don't ever have our evening meal in there. And if there's more than two of us, it's easy that we've got a table with the table I'm sitting at now. But sometimes, it'd be nice just to sit in the kitchen and we're surrounded by all the dirty saucepans. So we wanted something that was a bit more comfortable and a bit less tatty, to be fair. So we've ordered those, and they're coming this week, so I'll show you those. And the other thing I ordered was, I've ordered a new kettle. I thought, yes, I'll have a new kettle to get scaled up at the drop of a hat. Honestly, the scaling up where we live is absolutely, as in lime scale, not scaling up. Lime scale is absolutely dreadful around here. I'm forever buying stuff to descale. I nearly said defrost, descale the kettle. It's just because all the bits come off in your teacup. Oh, it's just awful. You have to do it at least every week. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And of course my new kettle will scale up just the same, but at least it will be a pretty colour. So yeah, I've ordered a new kettle, and I got that from, hang on, I think I got that from Next. I've written it down here. Yeah, kettle's from Next. The bar stools are from Dunelm, and I've also ordered, because we've got some under cupboard lighting in our kitchen, but it's not all that brilliant. And so I usually just put a couple of little angle point type light lamps there, because I like a decent light to see what I'm doing when I'm preparing food and everything. But I get a bit fed up with the cables, so I thought, oh, I'll try one of these. They've got lots of lights now that are with a USB cable plug. So I've ordered two from, I'm trying to remember without looking. They're from Dunelm. They had a few in the shop, in the actual shop when we went in on at the weekend, but I've ordered these online because they didn't have the full selection, so I'm hoping that they'll be nice. I just wanted some really small lights that give out a decent light, that, and ideally don't have cables, so obviously you have to charge them, but it says they hold the charge for 8 hours or something, so I'm hoping they might be all right. Right, what else have we got? And then the other thing is, which I've mentioned a few times before, is the, you know, sorting out that room, which will be another project for my use when my son has taken all of his stuff out. Right, I think I've covered everything there. What I'll do now is I'll turn the camera around and I'll just show you in the kitchen. It's not completely finished, but I mean, you know, it's nearly finished. And then I shall come back and say bye-bye. So see you in a sec. We bought this light. It's actually a bathroom light, but I wanted something, a ceiling light that didn't dangle. I'm fed up with these lights that have got like the 3 spots on or whatever, and you're supposed to angle them round. But because I have my sink over here when I wash up, having light behind me isn't ideal. So I thought if I can just get a general light that sends equal light out all around the room, that might be better. Well, turns out I don't think it is, to be quite honest, but it looks neater and it's easier to clean, because those spotlight things, they're real traps for dust and cobwebs and things, aren't they? So anyway, that's a new acquisition. Now these shelves that have been here for a while now, current husband put those up because this wall was a sort of waste of space really. So this is the colour, this nice green. I hope you can see it okay. Got the golden schnauzer up there and a couple of bits. Then these pots here, I must have had these 25 years. They were from the pier. Do you remember the pier? And they were from when I was married before, and I ended up with them, and I just think they're so pretty. I don't put anything in them, but I just like them, and I thought the colours look quite nice against the paintwork. And then I've got couple of new pots I got from Dunelm just to put stuff in. Yeah, I mean, that's got pasta and stock cubes in, and this is my overflow utensil thing, and I just put this little pick here, you know, the autumn pink pick, because I found this picture. I did that last year. Well, I framed a picture of autumn last year, and I just put that there. I bought well, we bought a knife magnet thing, because these are the ones with the brown handle. Oh, there's one actually in the sink. I've used it. I had 3 of these new knives, and actually I had 4. There's another one somewhere. I must go and find that. 4 of these sharp knives, which I bought from Pro Cook, and I don't know if I said this, but this one was in the sink, and I quite badly cut my finger on it. and so I wanted to put them out of the way somewhere. Now they look a bit dodgy up there, they look a bit like the sword of Damocles, don't they? But they are secure up there. They really are magnetised strongly. So, and that was the only bit of wall we had. We just don't have a lot of wall in here. Even if you wanted to drill into the tiles, it would be too low if we've got kids here. At least then, if any children are here eating at this table, then I can always take those down, but they're not likely to. They're not that small that they're likely to start playing with the knives. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, just put a couple of little faux plants there. This is the table. So these are the chairs that are going to be going. They've been, we've had them for years. Must have had them 10 years, 8 years, something like that. But yeah, there's time to go. Here are the little pots, tea, coffee and sugar, and I painted this in the same green. This microwave, I don't use it. My daughter's moving soon, so she can have that in her new place because her old one broke. I've never been happy having a microwave. It just takes up a lot of room and I just don't ever need to use them. Sorry, it's not a very good shot of it, is it? But this was just a cheap one. When my son moved in, I bought this. I think it was about 25 quid or something, and he's never used it either. So I think I said he could take it with him to his new place, but I think he wants to get one of those air fryers. He's quite keen on those, and he uses those. This kettle's going. I'm going to get a new one. What else can I show you? This is the Dunelm thing, so that's quite good. And I bought this. This is Brabantia, and this is supposed to be this was 25 quid, and if I'd have realised it was, I would never have bought it. But anyway, and it's supposed to be for drying. It's silicone. It's supposed to be for drying things on, so like a bit of an extension of your drainer, I suppose. So for now, I've just put it like that, so this doesn't slip around. And when this is gone, I can always put this thing, if I need it, if I need extra draining space over there a bit, because that's what I used to do before with and I used to have a second rack there. And I just gave this a bit of a tidy, painted the wall and the little shelves that were there. I think I've shown you this before. I mean, this is nothing thrilling or earth-shattering. I want to get a nicer one of these. And I found this in Dunelm as well. With our recycling stuff, I mean, the bin is literally outside the front door, but rather than keep going and opening the front door, because I'm always worried the dogs are going to run out, I used to have a trug here. I saw this and I thought that was cute, so I bought that. It's the same sort of colour as the kitchen. Not that you have to have everything the same colour, obviously. Oh yeah, and the other thing was that's just the other utensil thing there. So yeah, it's nearly there. I'm quite pleased with it. I think it looks all right, and I will show you the other new things as they come. So there we are. I was going to say, actually, when I was talking about when I went out on Saturday for a drink and a meal, I fully intended to try and record some of it, film some of it, video it, and I just completely forgot. We were halfway through our dinner when I thought, oh blimey, I haven't taken my camera out. Now my son's girlfriend, she's a bit of an Instagrammer, and she was taking some pictures of the table and that and the food, but I find it a bit of an alien thing to do. I'm always worried about getting other people in the shop, because not everybody, people I don't know, I mean, but I know that a lot of people like going in, sort of vlog, when people vlog, so going out and shopping or eating or whatever and having everything filmed. I know a lot of you like that, and I will try and do it, but I just feel a bit awkward. Yeah, so tomorrow is my actual birthday, and my friend's coming over, but no one's mentioned anything to me about doing anything. This isn't a woe is me or anything. It's just that if I knew I was going somewhere, maybe I could pluck up the courage to do a bit of videoing, but you know, we'll see what happens. I might do it or I might not, probably not, but you never know. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, a recommendation for you. Now, one of my daughters has been talking about a podcast that she's been listening to for a while, and I'm going to have to turn around and have a look on the screen because I've found this. She kept saying, "Have you watched it yet, Mum? It's really good. It's really interesting." And it depends what you're interested in, of course. But she and I are interested in this sort of thing, and it's Richard Osman and a woman called Miranda Hyde, I think, who's a journalist, I believe. And the podcast is called The Rest is Entertainment. And I'd forgotten, she sent me a link to it, but I'm not very good with links, so I didn't do anything with it. And then I just kept forgetting. And I was looking at something today and it popped up. So I must have, I don't know quite what I'd done to make it come onto my feed. And I've been watching a few of them, and they're just basically talking about a lot of stuff, sort of news stuff, but also they've been touching on a lot of things to do with entertainment, and they've been discussing some certain programs and some films, and I don't know, it's a bit difficult to explain, but if you like Richard Osman, and this lady's quite nice, as I said, I've never heard of her before. She's quite knowledgeable about some of the stuff she talks about. She seems to be, anyway, to me. And they're just some topics that I find interesting. Some of it's a bit like gossipy, so it's like having a bit of a gossip with someone. And a lot of it is not. And people ask questions and they answer the questions. So I've got to look at it again because I can never remember. It's called The Rest is Entertainment, and it's got Richard Osman. I'm sure if you search for Richard Osman podcast, you'd find it. But so I'm a bit late coming to watching it because I didn't take any notice. I didn't do what I didn't do what my daughter suggested weeks and weeks ago. But I've stumbled on it now, so that's all good. I don't know what's the matter with my teeth today. I just coming out with some rubbish. Anyway, I think that's everything for today. Let's hope something in the next video is a bit more interesting. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you feel you can. And what else? Yeah, I will be here in a few days for my next video. And thank you so much. Really nice to have your company. See you again very soon, and take care. Bye bye.